Tinnitus healing music. How to eliminate tinnitus in 3 days. Did you know that in recent years there has been a rise in tinnitus cases worldwide? In America alone, it has been reported that there are at least 25 million people suffering from some form of tinnitus, and the numbers are steadily rising, leaving many people wondering what could be causing this. Some have tried to make connections between the rise in technology and also the declining quality of life that many people around the world are experiencing. What we do know is that tinnitus reveals itself in the body through many different symptoms, which can give us a clue about our overall health. From here we can better formulate a plan to help us fix the problem. What we have learned over the years is that one person's experiences with tinnitus can be very different from the next. Therefore, there is no standard solution, or one-size-fits-all solution that can cure everyone. This makes it very difficult to fix the problem, because it requires a custom-made solution for each individual. But according to recent study done by some German researchers who have extensive knowledge of the inner workings of the brain, they have discovered that specially formulated music can actually be used as a viable option for dealing with tinnitus in a very significant way. More on this coming up next. There are many other ways for dealing with tinnitus, particularly through the use of natural herbs and remedies. Which is why we will also be giving away our free all-natural tinnitus remedies ebook. This book will explain to you what treatments to use to finally become tinnitus-free forever. So just keep watching till the end of this short video to get access to our free tinnitus remedies guide. So, how does music help alleviate tinnitus? This is actually what some people are referring to as tinnitus healing music. According to the findings of the German researchers in a 2010 study, it theorized that music could help reorganize the brain's auditory cortex. In case you're wondering, the auditory cortex is the exact part of the brain that actually perceives and recognizes sounds. They did something that is quite ingenious called sound frequency notching. They implemented this technique by having the participants choose their favorite songs, and then they proceeded to remove the specific frequencies in the songs which matched the same tinnitus sound frequencies that each person was experiencing. This sound or frequency matching is not really an easy thing to do and could be difficult to pinpoint the right frequency for their tinnitus. Keep in mind that detecting the correct tinnitus frequency is important for the treatments to work. And studies are showing that only 50% of tinnitus patients are actually able to accurately determine their tinnitus frequencies. This process is called pitch masking, frequency matching, or tinnitus tuning. After the tinnitus frequency has been deleted from the music, the next step was to have each person listen to the new modified music for 12 hours each week, for a duration of 1 year. This resulted in a significant reduction in the loudness of the tinnitus. This amazing research and findings became the basis for most success stories and breakthroughs in tinnitus treatments. More improved technology and automated software such as AudioNotch is now also being used to generate these special frequency-notched tinnitus healing music, making it easily accessible for more people around the world. So how does it work? Pitch matching. This is the first step of the process, and this is accomplished by determining the exact frequency of a person's tinnitus. Tinnitus sounds which consists of a single tone are easier to pitch match compared to cases where the person with tinnitus is actually hearing multiple different sounds. During pitch matching, the person listens to a single continuous tone and then proceeds to adjust the pitch of the tone using the provided adjustable controls in order to match the exact tone of their tinnitus which they hear in their ears. The objective is to match the tone as closely as possible in order for it to be effective. The frequency of the tone is then recorded or written down where it will now be used in the next stage, which would be the audio notching. For example, if a person's tinnitus is measured to be 7,500 Hz, this number will be entered into the software after their favorite music has also been uploaded. This software would then proceed to eliminate every sound frequency in the music which has a frequency of 7,500 Hz. This modified music can now be downloaded and used as the treatment. The person with tinnitus can modify an entire playlist of music in this way, So the next step would be to listen to the playlist of modified audio-notched music for at least 12 hours a week and monitor their improvements. A lot of people have reported that they have gotten relief from their tinnitus within 1 to 3 months or more, so it definitely works. But as with every tinnitus solution, it may not work for everyone, which is why it is beneficial to be armed with a wide range of tinnitus solutions, because one of them could potentially be the one that works for you. And for many people who suffer with tinnitus daily, it is definitely worth having as many options as possible. You can find online communities which are full of people who are constantly dealing with tinnitus every day. And in these groups, you can gain valuable knowledge and tips on what other people are doing to manage the tinnitus symptoms. You might even find publicly shared tinnitus healing music playlists or other forms of relaxation types of music that could help you alleviate your tinnitus as well. A lot of these music include ambient sounds or the sounds of nature, which many find to be very relaxing. One of the major components of tinnitus is stress-induced tinnitus. And there's a correlation between high stress and the development or aggravation of tinnitus. Therefore, it is always recommended to make some time for relaxation to reduce your stress. You could find some of these helpful playlists on music distribution sites like Spotify or SoundCloud. YouTube is also a great resource for finding exactly which type of sounds work for you and then listening to those sounds. Some YouTube playlists can have a duration of up to 8 to 10 hours of consistent soothing sounds which you could be playing in the background. This makes it easily accessible for many tinnitus sufferers around the world. It is through this kind of global effort and contributions that we have been able to make great strides in our pursuit for a long-lasting tinnitus cure. There are so many natural remedies that give you back your freedom from tinnitus, but you need to know exactly where to look. Tinnitus healing music through the use of audio frequency notching could be classified under natural methods for dealing with tinnitus, since it doesn't involve the use of medical drugs, which potentially come with a whole lot of adverse side effects. And for this reason, among others, all natural cures are becoming more popular than ever, and are becoming widely recognized as a viable way to deal with tinnitus. It's not difficult to see why, since most prescription drugs are derived and synthesized from already naturally occurring plants and herbs. Some of the known natural cures for tinnitus include herbs like ginkgo biloba, wild hyssop, wild oats, coneflower, also known as echinacea. Vitamin B, vitamin A, and choline have been known to help with tinnitus. Do you want the complete guide to tinnitus natural remedies? Simply download our free book to learn a 3-step cure that effectively banishes tinnitus for good. Just click the link in the description to download your own copy, available now. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos with tips to help you get rid of tinnitus and more. And we'll see you in the next video.